So I'm a big durian lover. If I were to take myself 10 years ago, the only durian I know that I loved was probably D24. But as we have evolved and there's more and more species of durians coming across, so my favorite is still Musang King and Anghe. So these are the two of my favorite durian. So this disruption I can explain probably on three fronts. First one will be on the safety and security of our employees. I think that's also a huge disruption because as you know, 70 to 80% of our 1,500 workforce continue to work during this MCO. So since March 18, MCO, the 750 people continue to deliver. So they have frequent contact with the public still. So our utmost priority is to make sure that we keep them safe and secured. So how do we do that? Besides the masks and the vaccines that we give them, we actually provide our employees who are continue to work at the front line with vitamins every month. So vitamin C and D, making sure that we give them supplies every month. And secondly, we also give them a full vaccination because during this COVID-19 pandemic, right, we didn't want them to go into the clinic where there is a high risk. So we give everyone a full vaccination. From that, actually, we saw a drop in our MC, medical leaves. So that was one. Secondly is to make sure that we continue to deliver the best service quality to our customers. How do we do that? As you know, most of the most of the aircrafts were grounded, especially the passenger airlines. So with DHL, 50% our uplift capability is with our own 300 odd planes that we have. The balance of the cargo capacity is done through partnership with passenger airlines. So with most of the passenger airlines being grounded, right, we had to re-coordinate, re-engineer our airlines to make sure that we continue to provide uplift capability to our customers. Thirdly, the last but not least is to make sure our business continuity plan continue to operate. What do I mean by that? So you know everybody work from home during the lockdown, right? So our call center, which is about 140 people, 24/7 call center, we're going to make sure that it continues to operate because about 3,000 calls are being channeled into the call center every day. So within a week, we enable all our 140 people work from home with no interruptions to their service. So the biggest challenge, as I have shared earlier, is the grounding of most of the passenger aircrafts. So as I've explained, although we have 300 odd aircrafts of our own, 50% of our uplift capacity still relies on passenger aircraft, which are most of them grounded. So we had to reorganize our fleets, we have to reorganize our aircraft to make sure that we still continue to provide uplift capacity to our customers. That said, we have also looked at expanding our aircraft fleet. So if you have heard over the news, we have earlier purchased about 14 aircraft, and then in the recent announcement, we have purchased another new 8 777s to make sure that we don't just rely on the passenger aircraft, which continues to be grounded, but we also expand our uplift capacity. Second challenge is the border closures. The border closures with many countries. Borders continue to open or close, right? So that's one of the biggest challenges also we deal with during this pandemic. I've been out of the country for more than 10 years. So I was in Singapore for a good 10 years. In the last 2 years of my career before I got posted back to DHL Malaysia, I was in Hong Kong. So as you know, these two countries, Singapore and Hong Kong, there are many big durian lovers there. So coming back to Malaysia, I was thinking with more than 50% already market share, what else can we grow and support our local SMEs with? So what first came to mind was obviously durian. Durian is uniquely Malaysia. We still have one of the best durians in the world, right? So that sort of sprout a good idea of say, okay, uniquely Malaysia, we can bring something that is loved by the world into Malaysia, so, and we can make these local foods more global to preserve the freshness and the aroma of these fruits, right? By forming the concept of farm to table, where it's so fresh that it's coming up on the farm, and the next day when you order it today, the next day itself you get it on your table. So that was how the idea came about. Durian Express is the first perishable food product that we have programmed to be flown on our flights, and it's currently only catering for Hong Kong and Singapore. As we continue to expand our market, because there are other big markets, I think China is a huge export market for durians as well. So that's where we try to extend our capability to. Indonesia is another big market where constantly my counterparts in Indonesia are asking, can you export to Indonesia? The collaboration and the partnership that we have built with Newleaf has started on a very fantastic footstep, and I think this is one of the aspiration of DHL, not just DHL Express Malaysia, but DHL Express globally. We have got a program called Go Trade. Go Trade is where we want to create a platform to help SMEs in developing countries to bring their goods overseas. So as you know, if you just concentrate on the domestic market, the domestic market is not big enough to expand your business. So we want to leverage on the DHL network of 220 countries to help these SMEs bring their unique good products like the durians, which is unique to Newleaf. Started on a great footstep, and I think we look to expanding this partnership with Newleaf into the next growth journey.